with our community conversation brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, delivering exceptional personalized health care with compassion. Joining me on the line, joining us in the studio this morning, I have Chief Conrad Rosendahl from the Hampton Police Department. Chief, thanks a lot for joining me this morning.
Good morning, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's kind of get into some of the things we've maybe kind of missed on over the break here, and maybe things to keep up to speed on here. First off, how are recruitment efforts filling for the open officer positions?
Well, they've been going kind of slow, Rob. We've had a few.
Oh, we seem to have a little issue here with the microphone. Let me see if I can try and rectify that there. That seems to happen sometimes. There we go. Let's see if we can fix that. Otherwise, we're going to have to share a microphone here this morning. All right. It sounds like that's working right now. All right. There we go, Chief.
All right.
That seems to happen every now and then. So, yeah, how are recruitment efforts going for the open officer positions?
They're going, slow. We've had a few applications and a few candidates, but when it comes time to do the testing, some don't seem to pass. Some guys have backed out after putting in the applications. Just seems like there's a variety of reasons why people are not passing, but I've got faith that we'll fill the position. So
the year is still early.
It is. And, actually right now, as far as covering shifts and having things covered, we're good. The problem's going to come when we got guys that are going to start going to trainings and taking days off. And so that's where we're going to need to have that position filled. So hopefully we'll get some good candidates here in the next couple of weeks and can get rolling on that. So
you mentioned, of course, with the on-call officers there, has everything been kind of covered shift-wise with that?
It has been. Yeah, we really haven't had a lot of overtime. I mean, all the shifts are covered with the guys we've got. Luckily, nobody's been sick or been out. That's where we would get into a problem with being low staffed. So
knock on wood, right?
Knock on wood. Hopefully we can get it filled before those things come up. So
speaking with Chief Conrad Rosendahl joining us from New Hampton Police Department. We talked about the K-9 unit. Now, how has fundraising been going in that department there?
It's been going good, Rob. So we're shooting for the $50,000 range as far as what we would like to raise for donations. That covers the cost of the dog, training, upfitting one of our current vehicles, all the stuff that goes with it. And we've had some very nice local donations from local business people. We had a very big donation I picked up on the 27th up in Winona, Minnesota from Oz Lifting Corporation. They gave us a $12,000 grant, cut us a check that will purchase the dog. Some stipulations with that grant that like the dog's name has to have Oz in it somewhere, and we have to use Code Blue K9 as our trainer, and they're out of Minnesota as well. So we've picked that up. We've got several local donors in town here. We are currently at roughly $24,000 in donations. I have another grant with the USPCA that I should find out here in a week or two if we're going to be awarded that. That's another 10 grand. So that will put us up over 32,000. So should we be awarded that grant, and I think we will be, that will cover the purchase of the dog is covered. That will cover the training of the handler as well. The other donations that we have received should be enough to convert one of our older squads for the K9. So we're actually in good shape. We're looking to have this thing still projected to have this program up and running here in August. And it'll be 100% covered by grants and donations. So we're on track, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, I'm sure we don't have a problem with dog named Ozzy here in our in the K9 unit department. So I think that would suffice.
Yes, I think so.
Very good. We have Chief Conrad Rosendahl here with us here on the Morning Roundup 95.1 The Bull from New Hampton Police Department. With not much snow yet, any reminders you'd like to pass along in terms of parking during the snow removal efforts and such?
Sure. We are fortunate we don't have any snow right now, but just a good reminder when the snow does come, we have the ordinance for the snow removal emergencies, not to be parked on the side of the street so the city guys can get things cleaned up. That first snow is always people kind of forget about that ordinance. And so, it's nothing to have 18, 20 violations. And so just as a friendly reminder, when the snow does come and we need to have the vehicles off the street, but we are in winter. You gave the forecast this morning before we started how cold it is. So I guess on a safety side, I'd just remind people, make sure you've got your safety blankets or warm extra clothing in your vehicles. Make sure your gas tank's at full instead of empty when it gets cold out. It's going to save you from vehicle issues, problems. Air tire pressures are pumped up when it gets cold. They tend to go down a little bit. So, all those things still factor in. Just because it's sun's out and there's no snow, if you stall in the middle of the day when it's 13 below, it's still a pretty dangerous situation. So just, a friendly reminder to make sure you've got your emergency needs in your vehicle in case a problem should come up, an accident should happen. You never know what's going to happen. So just, people be prepared with having items that can keep themselves warm in this weather.
Not to mention that this morning we had a kind of a interesting issue with the station vehicle here that apparently it started with a cold battery, so it'll probably be a good idea to keep that battery warmed up here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Conrad Rosendahl, Chief Conrad Rosendahl joining us here on the Morning Roundup 95.1 The Bull. I do apologize here. A little bit of a mic issue there, but we'll get that cleared up here eventually. So just to kind of wrap things up here, you guys are still looking for applications for the officer position?
Correct. Still taking applications. We will take applications until the position is filled.
All right. And for more information on that and other stuff we've discussed there, how can we get a hold of you there, Chief?
You can reach out to me through Facebook. You can call the PD. You can actually call my work cell. That's 641-557-8791. You can also call Chickasaw County Dispatch, the non-emergent line, and leave a message or a phone number. If I'm working, they can patch you through to me. So there's several ways you can get a hold of me if you'd like to have a discussion about any topic, really.
Very good. Very good. Well, Chief, thanks a lot for your time joining us here on the Morning Roundup, and look forward to seeing you again here within the next couple weeks, next month here. Hopefully, temperatures will be warming up by then. Hopefully.
We'll see. It's February and it's Iowa, so we can still be pretty cold.
It never surprises me one day to the next. So, Chief, thanks a lot for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Everybody have a great day.
You bet. Chief Rosendahl joining us here on the Morning Roundup 95.1 The Bull. Our community conversation this morning brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, delivering exceptional personalized health care with compassion. We'll have our Pledge of Allegiance on the way.